Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is Throwback Thursday, our very first fall Throwback Thursday edition for 2017. I'm so elated. And before going further, there's nothing on my nails, but I'm desperately trying to get through Demure by Revlon. This is like lip color, what was it? Color Burst Lacquer Balm. I'm desperately trying to get through it. You guys know I've been in a lot of videos you'll be seeing or have seen. I am literally at the end of this thing and I can't wait. Sense of accomplishment. And what better way to start off our Throwback Thursday for the fall edition than a fellow Canadian YouTuber selected this week's Throwback Thursday, my friend Ashley Peterson, who's out in Edmonton, Alberta. So she picked this week, number one, she picked the Maple Hazelnut by DW Home. This is the single wick version, mind you. So before we go any further, I'm also going to read to you what DW Home describes this candle as. Alright, they say it's a rich maple caramelized brown sugar and sweet honey butter blend with soft spice undertones and the warmth of toasted hazelnuts. Now, as I say always, I've always said this about DW Home candle. It's really nice. They stamp on the front of this one, says its burn time is 33 hours. Every DW Home candle I have ever picked up, whether it be single, double, or triple wick, I give it an extra 30% more time to burn. And generally it's because the first few burns do tend to tunnel a little bit, but it does kind of compensate to itself and things kind of slide down and create a bigger pool and so on and so forth. So I do find that DW Home candles, whatever they stamp the time, the burn time on it, at about 30%, and that's what I get. Because I think right now I'd say I'm at, I know I've burnt this quite a few times now, I'd say I probably am at close to 20 hours, and that's how far down I am. So Scent Appeal on Cold, I did pick this up last year. I believe it was at the very end, and I got it at Winners for $7.99 Canadian. I got this, I want to say it was at the end of fall last year. Like, I don't know. I don't remember if this was part of my Throwback Thursday last fall. I don't think so. I didn't have too many leftovers. Anyway, so I like the jar. It's very fall. The color they chose, like a banana, or sorry, like a pumpkin squash or whatever that is, like a squash color. I mean, the color of the wax is the same color as the jar. I do like how I can see through the jar. That's also very nice. But Scent Appeal on Cold, it's very sweet. I'm less on the sweet, like super sweet side and myself, but I did pick it up because I'm like, well, you know, it's first of all, it's a discount, $7.99. And I thought, well, this would be a good Throwback Thursday. So for me, Scent Appeal, because there's a little more spice in it on Cold than I would like, a lot more cinnamon in it that I would prefer. I'd probably only give it like a 6.5 out of 10 of like on Cold. All right, so let's talk about the burn. As I just mentioned to you about burn time, we've kind of already beat that one to death. So I'm already at about 20 hours with very little of it gone. Again, I've burnt lots of 1, 2, and 3 wick candles from DW Home. My favorites are probably the 3 wick, just slightly, then the 2 wick, and then the least favorite is a single wick. But I believe that I probably picked this up because there wasn't a double or a triple wick in this set. So, the burn. The first, and a couple burns, but I'd say the first 12 hours was a struggle. It was tunneling quite a bit, as you can see here along this side of the ridge here of the circumference of the jar. You can see there's a lot more wax along that area. And what was happening is I liked this, and it just would tunnel. It burnt, like it made a pool out on this side of the candle and not that side. And now there's no reason. The wick is actually firmly down the center of this candle, so there's no shift wick yet. So that wasn't the issue, but for whatever reason it had a hard time cooling out on this side. I don't burn candles near windows. Don't have air conditioning, don't have fan going on, so it is all candle at that point. And I'd say, well, burning, it's Wow. Okay, so I had it in my hurricane. This is right before work, so I don't have anything burning right now. But have been melting this exclusively in my Bath and Body Works Halloween haunted house from 2016, the big illuminary, luminary. And I didn't even know it was on for those first 12 hours because the pull out was so bad, and like I wasn't getting hardly a flame, like the typical Bath and Body Works PWS. I actually walked over. I'm like, is it drowning itself? Nope. So I just walked away. Like, when I'm doing this for review purposes, I'm telling you, I'm not going to foil it. Now that I know what DW or TW home candles do, and they generally tend to tunnel at the beginning. But I gotta let it go, so I can tell you. It has corrected itself, though. As you can see, the last 2 times I've burnt it, so the last 8 hours or so that I've burnt this, you can see it's obviously heated it up, like it's gone down in the burn, so therefore it's had the opportunity to heat up that overhang of wax that was on that side. I was going to say corner, but there's no corners in circles. So it will. And I know this candle, I know this brand to basically, you probably won't get a whole lot of this, but as it's burning down, it's all going to sort of start sliding down the candle and be part of the wax pool. So but that's based on a lot of experience of burning DW home candles. So scent peel while burning. Now, because it was barely staying awake, the puny wicks were so bad. It was not the strongest candle, but when it did burn, I did not get any ounce of hazelnut, no honey whatsoever. What else do they have here? So I caramelized brown sugar, yes. Maple, yes. But maple and brown sugar kind of play hand in hand. I know that they're not the same, but they are very sweet. So to most noses, you won't get the difference between maple and caramelized brown sugar. Sweet but honey butter, no. Soft spice undertones. There's nothing soft about the spices in this candle. Just like on cold, it is very strong. In fact, these spices that come out from this candle when burning are stronger than the brown sugar, the maple, any of that other stuff. That's what I got. More cinnamon than anything, and I don't do cinnamon super duper well. So my scent appeal while burning, it's like a 4. I don't like cinnamon that much. At least with wax melts, if I purchase something with cinnamon in it, I can blend things with it, like vanilla or something like that. But this in the candle form is really hard to do. So it's really low for me on scent appeal while burning. The burn quality was quite low to begin with, but I guarantee that when I come in to show you guys whether this is going to be done at the halfway point of the month of September, you'll see at least sort of how it's doing. If not, it's done. DW home candles do tend to do fairly well. It just takes a long time to start. The throw itself, because it's a single wick, the circumference of the circle is a lot smaller than most candles. So that does help with the throw and things like that. And because of the puny wicks. I am, though, however, because it's getting better, I trim my wicks prior to my next burn. As you can see there, it is getting better, therefore the throw is getting better. It's no longer drowning itself pretty much. So I'd say the throw went from like a 3 to more like a 6, 6.5 at this point. And because of the strong spices, this does throw fairly well in my large great room area here, but it's not my favorite scented candle. I wish it had more hazelnut in it, because like the Nutella, hazelnut chocolate, you definitely get hazelnut and chocolate, or the candies, those circular candies, Ferrero Rocher, is that what that is? Yeah, like hazelnut chocolate, like I know there's no chocolate in here, but I don't get any hazelnut whatsoever. So thank you very much, Ashley Peterson, fellow Canadian YouTuber. I'm also going to link her, I'm going to put her YouTube channel's name, which I think is just her name, and her Instagram, which is like Oilers Girl, because she's an Edmonton Oilers fan. Hockey, yes, we're hockey sisters. So thank you very much, Ashley, for picking this week's Throwback Thursday. And now let's go down below. I'm going to pull up wax melts first and then end with candles. First person in the comment section down below to pick either a melt or a candle for me to burn or melt, I will do so for next week and come back to you guys with a review. All right, so we've got Raspberry Brulee Creme de la Creme, which is from Sassy Girl Aroma. This is that mini pie. From Vintage Chic Scents, we have the Great Pumpkin, and that is pumpkin layer cake cream cheese frosting. From Kushner's Creations, Pumpkin Pie Supreme Hippie Corn. So there's that. And Destination Wax, Zucchini Bread Apple Pumpkin. Sassy Girl Aroma, Sweet Potato Pie. And this is a scoopable. And again, I've mentioned this before. I have a couple scoopables I ordered and successfully was able to get, thanks to my friend Sarah from Zape. One of them is lavender soda. So I was like, okay, I know I've got 2 loaves, but I'm like, oh, I don't know if I've posted that video yet. Oh, I got 2 loaves of lavender soda, but I want the scoopables too, because I've also heard that it's really strong. So it might be a really great way if I've run out of one thing, I can try the other. Anyway, this is the Circus Concessions Monster Scoopable Wax. Now on to candles. We've got a root candle here of mulled cider. Yankee candle in Autumn Festival. Spice covered. And then we've got another DW Home candle in Hickory Clove. Look how sexy that is. That's definitely a manly candle. Then I've got a root candle in Blue Basil or Basil. And I like this one. It reminds me of home. It reminds me of like a juniper. All right. And then we've got Bath & Body Works for the last 3. Black Cherry Merlot in the medium-sized jar. I absolutely love the color of this. It's so gorgeous. Pumpkin Spice. I never did burn pumpkin spice last year. I had that, and I also bought another one and gifted that at a party I was at. Toasted Graham Latte is the very last and final one. So you guys, thank you very much as always for joining me every week. And I always look forward to seeing who's able to get their fast fingers and pick out our melt or candle first. So as always, you guys, thanks so much again. Be safe and have fun.